What does this show?
So this is what we call a folio. So it's essentially somebody's bill upon departure. And this particular bill was Mr. Pines's for the June 12th stay, where he stayed for 2 nights, checking out on the 14th in room 259.
At a high level, can you walk through some of the charges on this bill?
Yes. So it obviously has the room charges for the day, and then it has the paid out doorman for 5 candles. So essentially, we were sent to go out and pick up 5 candles. So that's what the first couple of charges are. And then the logo shop is essentially our gift shop, and that's the next charge. And then you have the room charges. There's some internet, some local telephone charges, parking charges, which is described for the car there. Private bar, then a miscellaneous charge for cleaning drapes, the cleaning of drapes.
And how much was that miscellaneous charge?
$300.
What does deep cleaning mean?
So deep cleaning is essentially when the scope of cleaning is beyond what is normal. So sometimes when something is very dirty or stained or whatnot, we have to send it out. So that's when we would do a deep cleaning.
Turning to page 2 of this document, what is the total bill for this room?
$6,774.80.
What does this show?
This is another bill from his stay where he stayed 1 night on May 30th, 2015 in room 23B.
Is this a stay that we also saw in that prior spreadsheet?
Yes.
At a high level, can you walk through some of the charges on this bill?
Sure. The first line is a pay-per-view movie, and then the guest room charge, parking, standard room service, gift shop, telephone, and internet, and then private bar again, and then a miscellaneous charge for $500 for oil damage.
What is a miscellaneous charge for oil damage?
So essentially, it was again beyond the scope of what we would normally clean. So we probably had to either send it out or we had to bring somebody in to deep clean the room.
The name Philip Pines appears on both of these bills.
Yes.
When those reservations were made, do you know if they were made in that name?
Not necessarily. It could have been any of the previous aliases that he used.
Why is it, then, that Philip Pines shows up on both of these bills?
So, it's when you print the bill. So let's say he stayed 5 years ago, and if we had printed out the bill 5 years ago, the name would have been whatever that alias was at that time. But because we printed this after his last stay, in 2021, the name left was Philip Pines. So all folios or all history goes under the Philip Pines.
I just have a few questions for you, and then we can be out of here. You testified you worked at the Beverly Hills Hotel for 17 years, right?
Somewhere around there, yes.
And then I think you said that, particularly with entertainment clients, they book under an alias. Is that right?
Most of them, yes.
So, for you, if you've booked a celebrity or an entertainment client under an alias, that's not uncommon for you, because that happens often in your job, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, great. Can we just go to line 14? This is a stay where it lists Mr. Phillips Pines again, correct?
Yes.
And in that third column, I think you said, would have been accompanying guests. Is that right?
Yes.
And then the stay for this is what date?
January 22nd, 2012.
And then the checkout date would be January 24th, 2012.
Yes.
And the accompanying guest lists Dominique, Neil, and then Cassie Ventura, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. No further questions. Thank you so much.
Any redirect?
No, Your Honor.